Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Brookings Harbor and all the fishing boats at sea. I'm Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell.
And this is the Insider Report.
So let your ears do the walking as we fill you in on what's going on in the Brookings Harbor area and beyond.
Hello, and welcome to this week's show that keeps you in the know. Hey, Kat.
Hi, Bruce. How are you this lovely rainy Monday morning?
Oh, it's a beautiful rainy Monday.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we're saying it's raining. Yes,
I
it's
know.
supposed to be nice the rest of the weekend up to, and everything, or the rest of the week, but and a good weekend. But well, it's nice to hear it. I heard it last night, and I'm going, what's going on? What is that?
Hey, friends, we need some moisture.
Yeah.
We wash away some of that pollen and just, reset things for a hot minute. I know my sinuses will appreciate the reset, that's for sure.
I'm going to tell you what, they kind of hit me a little bit this year, too, and Junior. Yeah, we both got hit, on the
pollen count just keeps getting higher and higher every year after year. It is nuts,
I was trying to think of what the heck it was, and everything like that, and I guess, because I'm out there mowing and stuff. I got 5 big yards, at the park that I manage. So yeehaw.
Yeah, that mowing's always extra fun when the pollen's out. It's good.
Should have known it was going to rain. The neighbor was mowing his yard up at the top of the hill, and he's always out there, and I go, it must be going to rain tomorrow.
Right, just before that happens. But the weekend was good. The weekend was really nice. And
did you Laramie project? You're working on that?
Yes, we've been rehearsing for the Laramie project. We'll be locking in a venue this week, and we'll be able to get posters out in force and tickets on sale by the 19th, and I'm just so excited. Yep. So, but we've still got time. We still got time to advertise it because it doesn't open until July 17th. So, it'll
be the Insider and everything. We get all the promotion.
It's going to be on top of us before we know it. And my actors are doing great.
Yeah.
They are developing their characters. Where we're all going through coaching and stuff. We're doing workshops, and it's been a fun process. So it's been a good time.
It's great. Oh man, I'd love to hear a project coming through.
Absolutely.
Like that, so.
How about you and Junior? How was your summery weekend?
Just a regular weekend, but except for we're getting ready, for the events we'll talk about later, because that's our first weekend event. The Bootleg Fest is coming up this weekend. So
Yep.
That's a big one.
Saw a piece on that in the paper. That was fun.
Yes, I got it. Yeah, Jason did a little piece for us. I saw that. Yeah, that is great.
That's
I
really
appreciate it. That was great of him. Good job. Yeah. And it's like, we got that coming out. I mean, it's just from June to August. We're just almost every weekend doing events. You'll be hearing about it here on the show and everything. But I'm in mode. Setting up. We're going to map it out on Tuesday. We map it out and everything, so I can get them all a map and all the rules and all the blah blah blah. Me and Chrissy will be out there like mapping the whole place out and get it all set up like our usual thing that we've been doing for the last 14 years? 15 years. 15 years Pirate Festival this year. So there we go.
That's exciting. What a milestone.
So very excited about it. That's what I was doing. That's what I will be doing from here on out. So it's a good thing. But we had some fun, relaxed, and got my games and watched some sports and all that good stuff like I like to do. So
good.
Hey, hope everybody else got out there and had some fun. It was a beautiful weekend. It just was Monday. It started raining here and everything. And like I said, it's supposed to clear up the rest of the week. But I'm just... hope it soaks us all out really good.
We needed that.
Hope y'all got out and had some fun, but we got some stuff going on. So before we get going on with the show, I'd like to thank Oregon South Coast Fishermen, otherwise known as the Castaways, and Oregon Coast VIP Marketing for sponsoring the Insider Report. And if you'd like to sponsor our show or one of the other fine shows here at KCIW, just go to kciw.org and you will be on your way. Now we got some music going on here.
Indeedy. So let's take a look at the June music schedule. Coming up with the band King Tides. They have a summer schedule. They're playing on the 3rd of July at the Boardwalk. There's a sock hop starting at 2:30 p.m. down at the port for the Sky High 4th of July celebration there. And then on the 1st, they'll be at the 1st of August. They're going to be at Art on the Coast from 1 to 3 p.m. I believe that's taking place in the port as well this year.
Yes, it's at the beginning. Yep, right there, right before the Pirate Festival, the weekend before.
Very cool.
So, and the Tony Land Band on the 20th should be at Pete's Bar and Grill, 6 to 8. And then on the 27th, it'll be Koon Thai Restaurant, 6 to 8.
And then Cisco is playing on the 13th, the 20th, and the 27th of June over at the Brookings Harbor Farmers Market. They're there from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. On the 19th of June, they'll be at High Note Winery in Crescent City from 5 to 7 p.m. Then on the 26th, they're going to be at the Chetco Activity Center playing from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on the 12th of this month, they're going to be at Addie's in Crescent City playing from 11 a.m. to 1:30.
Yep, and then the Concerts in the Park series are happening on Sundays at 1 p.m. On June 21st. They got Left on 10th. It's a Portland-based 5-piece funk, rock, reggae fusion band that plays mostly all original material. They deliver a strong, danceable, and diverse concert every time. And then on the 28th, they'll have Nate Botsford and his band. They'll get folks up dancing with their feel-good, sing-along country rock hits and originals. Their music is similar in style to Old Dominion, Brett Young, Chris Jansen, Lone Star, and Johnny Cash.
All right. And then Black GTO has some shows coming up. On the 19th, they're at Chetco Brewing Co. from 6 to 9 p.m. And on the 20th, you can find them at the Inateca in Crescent City from 7 to 10.
Yep, and then Disturbing the Peace will be Disturbing the Peace on the 13th at the Inateca, 7 to 10 p.m. There you go. And if you got some music out there and you want to get it to us, send it to CaptainCurry541@gmail.com, and we'll get it on the air for you in the paper. We'll just get it promoted for you.
All right.
That's what we do.
Well, hey, now it's time to take a look over at the library report. The Chetco Library over at 405 Alder Street in Brookings always has a ton going on. Yep. What they're working on right now, they're doing let's see here, on Mondays, 5:30 p.m. That's starting up again on the 15th. It looks like the instructor, Lenny, needed to take a vacation, but there's a Qigong for Health and Vitality class. So Mondays at 5:30, it's free class. Donations are appreciated. Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m., they have story time for young children. At 3:30 p.m., they've got their Tween Club on Tuesdays. That's for youth ages 10 to 13. Then on Wednesdays in the morning at 9:30 a.m., they have another Qigong for Health and Vitality class. Again, it's a free class. Donations are appreciated. Then from 1:30 to 4 p.m., so after-school activities have become Afternoon Creation Station. They're still doing drop-in activities and snacks for school-age kids on Wednesday afternoons. And then on Thursdays from 10 to noon, they've got the Rowdy Creek String Band open rehearsal. And this is an open rehearsal for acoustic string instrument players. And at 5:30 p.m. on Thursdays, they have Easy Flow Yoga. This is another free class. They do recommend you be able to comfortably get up and down from the floor to participate. All are welcome. Donations are appreciated. And then on Fridays at 10:30 a.m., they have Threads, Hooks, and Needles. This is a fiber arts club for knitters, sewers, and more. And, of course, on Saturdays at 10:30 a.m., they have another story time for young children. And then coming up in monthly and special events, of course, this is now all year long. It's not just the spring. They're continuing their Beyond 250 Oral History Project. And because of sustained interest, they're still accepting people booking an interview. And anyone who's ever called Brookings Harbor home is welcome to participate and share their lived experiences in the community, no matter how long you've been in the area. You can learn more about the project and sign up for an interview at chetcolibrary.org/beyond250. And then coming up in special events, June 10th and 24th at 1:30, they have a D&D one-shot adventure for youth ages 10 to 16. Space is limited. They do ask that you sign up in advance for that. They cannot have overflow in that game. And then on Thursday, June 11th at 3:30, they have their afternoon game hub. That's open gaming on the library's Nintendo Switch 2, along with a selection of board games. And this takes place every second Thursday of the month. It's for K through 12 students. And then on Friday, June 12th, from 2 to 4:30, they have their monthly Creative Cafe. This is for adults and teens. You can drop in anytime between 2 and 4:30 to explore a new art medium and connect with fellow creators over coffee, tea, and light refreshments. And June's focus, getting a little out there, they're doing stop-motion animation. Then on the 13th, that's Saturday at 10:30 a.m., the Red Cross is going to be visiting the library to do a disaster preparedness class. This free class is going to be on wildfire prevention and preparation. What to do if you need to evacuate, it looks like. And then on Saturday, the 13th, in the afternoon from 3 to 4:30, they're part of the Art Walk. They're hosting an open house. The library will serve light refreshments between 3 and 4:30, and the public can take in art on display in the Forest Gallery. June's featured display is handcrafted glass art piece by artist Garrett J. Smith. And Smith is pledging to donate all proceeds of sales from this display to the Seroptimus International of Brookings for their Assisting Kids program. Yeah. And then Monday the 15th from 10 to 1, they have their monthly Master Gardener plant clinics. You can drop in third Mondays of the month, April through October, for free help from the Currie County Master Gardeners. Just bring your question and a picture or small cutting of the plant that you need help with. We've had people bring in some kind of big ones, I guess. So they said, small cutting, please. Small cutting.
Bring a tree in.
Yeah, so just, within reason, or a picture. A picture usually does pretty good.
Yeah.
And then coming up in book clubs this week on Wednesday, the 10th at 4 p.m., they have their Bookworm Buddies Club. It's geared towards 2nd through 5th graders, and kids vote on and pick the books they read each month. This month, the group is discussing Princess Cora and the Crocodile by Laura Amy Schlitz and Babysitter's Little Sister, Karen's Kitty Cat Club by Katie Farina. And then another book club this week, Thursday, June 11th at 5:30. It's the Pub Grub Book Club. This is a casual book club for adult fans of graphic novels. It takes place off-site at Misty Mountain Brewing in downtown Brookings. And June's reading selection is Bad Dreams in the Night by Adam Ellis. Again, that's the 11th. That's a Thursday at 5:30 p.m. And then coming up later in the month on the 24th at 4 p.m., they have their Comic Quest Book Club for tweens and teens. Meetings include fun, creative activities related to the book of the month. And looks like June's reading selection has been posted to Facebook. And all library-led events and programs are free to attend, whether or not you have a library card. You can always get more info about library programs at chetco.librarycalendar.com by following them on Facebook, or you can always give them a call at 541-469-7738. And I'm going to take a deep old breath because now it's time for Famous Quotes with Cousin Bruce.
Yeah. Hey, here are a few quotes from actor Gene Wilder. He was born June 11th, 1933. He said, "Pride is not the worst of sins. In fact, it's one of the most interesting ones. The thing I love about making movies is the peace of mind that I know I don't have to be perfect the first time. I can be perfect the second time or the third time." He says, "Time is a precious thing, never waste it." And then last but not least, invention, my dear friends, is 93% perspiration, 6% electricity, 4% evaporation, and 2% butterscotch ripple. I hope you enjoy these week's quotes from Gene Wilder with Cousin Bruce. Till next week, hey, have a great one.
I know where you got that quote
I had
from.
to throw it in a little Willy Wonka throw in there. Yeah.
Little Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Classic,
Yep.
classic. All right.
Stuff.
Well, hey, just another reminder here from the Chetco Library. They're continuing their Beyond 250 Living History in Brookings Harbor project. This is an oral history project. They're looking for storytellers, and anyone who's ever called Brookings Harbor home, whether past or present, is welcome to participate. To sign up for an interview, you can call 541-469-7738 or find a link on chetcolibrary.org.
Yeah, and you know what? Then you get, if you go to the library, you get to be in the cone of silence there. If everybody gets smart fans back in the day, you get the cone of silence. That room's cool. That little booth is cool. Yeah, that's neat.
Cool.
Yeah, it's actually like a phone booth, but you sit in there and it's all nice and quiet. Yeah, it's perfect for interviews.
Good for a meeting.
Yes, indeedy. Hey, Curry County Master Gardener, once again, Association has got that plant clinic going on at the Chetco Community Public Library now through the 29th of October. So, hey, you got a few months here. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. every third Monday of the month. You bring your gardening questions, and if you bring the plants, a small one, as Kat had said, add to the Master Gardeners. And for more info on this, you can call 541-247-6672, extension 7.
Yeah, and then, hey, the Chetco Pelican Players, located over at the Chetco Playhouse, 1240 Chetco Avenue, they're putting on a play called Barefoot in the Park. This is running the 12th of June through the 28th. Friday and Saturday performances are at 7 p.m. Sunday matinees are at 2 p.m. And they are introducing Barefoot in the Park by Neil Simon, opening on June 12th. Prepare to be swept away by this heartfelt journey of two newlyweds, they say, Paul and Corey Bratter, as they dive headfirst into the chaos, comedy, and undeniable magic of love. Their tiny New York apartment becomes a battleground of surprises, an eccentric neighbor, a well-meaning but slightly overwhelming mother, and a dinner party that turns into pure comedic gold. They say this play isn't just witty and fast-paced, it's an emotional roller coaster full of those unexpected laugh-out-loud moments that will stay with you long after the curtain falls. Tickets are $15 for adults. They're $17 for students. You can call 541-469-1857 to reserve specific seats, and you can also get tickets online at chetcopp.booktix.com.
Mm-hmm. And once again, hey, Insider of Southern Oregon is presenting the Bootleg on the Boardwalk. This is happening on the 13th and 14th of June. On Saturday, it's 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. On Sunday, it's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's a speakeasy-style post-prohibition bash Oregon craft cocktails, live music, dance workshops, themed trivia, and costumes are encouraged. Lord knows we'll be wearing our costumes out there. Yeah, you'll be seeing flappers and gangsters all over the place. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeedy.
Very fun.
So it was fun last year. That was our first big one there last year, and it was really entertaining. You were down there, Kat. Yeah, you came down.
I was out of town that year, so I was going to say Sunday is the day that I'm going to get to see it this year.
Oh, you will get to see it this year. Okay, very cool, very cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know what it was. I remember you were dressed up at the Oktoberfest.
I did that one too, yes.
I remember the dress.
I know how to commit to a bit.
Hey, and then the following week, no kidding, on the 20th, we got the Solstice Shred going on. That's happening just one day, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's a summer solstice skate extravaganza. There's workshops, comps. Battle of the Bands is going on. That's the big thing for the day. We got chalk art and live music. It's a big push for old school shredders from the 80s and 90s kind of vibes. Mm-hmm. And, people can show up to mentor and to compete at the Solstice Shred. A little tribute to the surfers and everybody around the area.
It's a very fun theme.
Yeah.
All right, well... And then the Wild Rivers Film Festival is presenting a film screening of the film Space Coast at Compass Rose Café on the 13th of June from 3 to 6 p.m. Looks like it's their Art Walk event. The director of that film is Justin Barber. And what that film's about is people from around the world gather on the Space Coast to witness the launch of Artemis 1, the, quote, world's most powerful rocket. But Mark, a veteran of the space shuttle program, doubts this moondoggle will ever fly. So
he was proven wrong already. but it's got to be an interesting show about somebody who was up against it. Yeah, that's fun. Hey, Elk Valley Casino is presenting Comedy Night with Claude Stuart. This is happening on the 13th at 8 p.m. Doors open 7:30. Show starts at 8. Tickets in advance at the Points Club booth and online at etix.com or the day of the show. Oh, and you must be 21 or older to attend.
Okay. And then let's see here. The Lucky 7 Casino is presenting Brodie Stewart at the Tolowa Event Center. This is on the 13th of June. The doors open at 7. The show starts at 8. And tickets are available at the casino. You can also get them online at eventbrite.com. You do have to be 21 or older to attend.
It's them casino things. Hey, yes. Manly Arts Center workshops are happening. There's a schedule here on the 14th and the 28th. We've got creative sewing. This is part of the children's art program. Mm-hmm. And then on the 15th and 22nd, they got a watercolor class intro to loose floral. So there you go.
Fun stuff. All right. Yeah. And then the Pistol River Concert Association is presenting Minor Gold on the 20th of June. The concert's at 7 p.m. The Pistol River Concert Association is proud to welcome the folk Americana duo Minor Gold to the Pistol River Friendship Hall stage on Saturday, June 20th. Canadian native Tracy McNeil and Australian-born Dan Parsons joined forces in her band The Good Life about 10 years ago. Both strong, prolific, and successful songwriters in their own right, they began writing together during COVID and realized they had found something special, beautifully played instrumentals that serve as a backdrop to the pair's magnificent vocals. Critics have compared them to the 60s, 70s folk duos like Emmylou Harris and Graham Parsons and Simon and Garfunkel. You can check them out at minorgoldmusic.com, and tickets are available at Wright's Custom Framing in Brookings, as well as First Chapter Coffee House in Gold Beach. And to get online tickets and more information, you can always go to send a message to Pistol River at pistolriver.com.
Yes, indeedy. Hey, I just realized, we announced this watercolor class intro, the loose floral. Mm-hmm. It made no sense to me, like, first couple times I read it. And then I just realized, are they meaning like it's a floral design? Is there what they're going at? With watercolors, floral. Yeah. And they were like, okay, so the loose floral just kind of threw me off, I think. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not in the art world, obviously, but...
Yeah, there you go. But yes, it's just kind of like, think like Monet's like water lilies. Yes. In a more abstract sense, kind of.
That's what I was getting a visual of, something like that. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, all right. Dig it. That'd be cool. Hey, we got it's my turn again. Hey, we got the Elks Lodge Student Scholarship Golf Tournament going on at the Salmon Run Golf Course. This is happening on the 20th. Registration is at 9 a.m., tee time's at 10 a.m. There's prizes, raffles, community support, and a dinner after the tournament. For info and to sign up, you can call 541-251-4466 or 541-469-2169.
Well, hey, the Gold Beach Visitor Center and Curry County Cruisers are presenting, again, I love to say this, a really good time.
Yeah, really good time.
This is a fundraiser for David's Chair. This is at, 94080 Shirley Lane. And then on the 20th, it's happening from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. There's going to be classic cars, food vendors, live music, trophies, a 50-50 raffle, and other raffle tickets, it says. For more information about this event, you can call 541-247-7526. And hey, we got time for a bit of real history with Bushwhacker Bruce.
Right. Hey, Cat. G'day, mates. It's time for a real bit of real history for your knowledge pleasure. When one thinks about the American Revolution, unity under the United States flag comes to mind. But not every territory in the country defaulted to this. Instead, they had a few other options, such as creating smaller sovereign republics or breaking into new states. One of these states was the state of Franklin, or Frankland. The 4,000 residents of this region between the Appalachian Mountains and the Mississippi felt they were a distinct people. This was especially the case when at the time they felt there was a little concern being shown for these western territories. Well, this region was made up of 4 countries in North Carolina, but to help the financially struggling Congress government, North Carolina ceded around 30 acres of land to Congress. Whilst well-being, the offer led to a few concerns. First was that the government might sell the land to foreign entities to reduce their debt, and second, with there being little to no control, the settlers would be left unprotected from First Nations American settlements. Well, due to these concerns, North Carolina rescinded their offer, but it wasn't enough. The 4 counties that would go on to make up the state of Franklin declared their independence from North Carolina. While they lost their petition to take on statehood within the United States, they forged on in defiance as an independent nation. Well, Franklin survived for 4 years, running a successful nation with a constitution and legal system. This small country also established treaties with the First Peoples nations. Its most famous resident was Davy Crockett, famed frontiersman and statesman. It was born in Greene County, Franklin. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to keep the state going. Eventually, Franklin's weak economy forced its governor to seek external aid, but when the Cherokee, Chickamauga, and Chickasaw began attacking them, Franklin rejoined North Carolina to regain some protection. After some time, the region was again ceded to form with what is now Tennessee. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's bit of real history with Bushwhacker Bruce. Till next week, hey, have fun, but always keep it real.
Interesting.
I know. I saw that, and I'm like, hey, I didn't know about that.
No. Yeah, well, I just found a Smithsonian article about it that I'm going to read into a little bit later. Nice, yeah. Interesting. Sometimes people get a froggy idea. And sometimes it pans out, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Mm-hmm. Well, we're getting into the PSA portion of the program. Coastline Dance meets at the Del Norte Recreation Gym on 1009 H Street in Crescent City. They meet Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10:30 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. They have absolute beginner instruction. And then from 11:15 to noon, they have their beginner dance. Then from noon to 1 p.m., there's the intermediate dance. They do recommend a $2 donation. And for more information, you can call Jean at 541-251-8998.
Yeah, and then Monarch Gardens, located at 984 Parkview Drive in Brookings, has a dementia support group going on every third Thursday of the month, 3 p.m., a compassionate space to process your emotions. For more information on this, you can call 541-469-6817.
Okay, and then Coastal Home Health and Hospice offers grief support groups at 585 5th Street in Brookings. They meet on the first and third Tuesdays of the month at 3 p.m. They're free of charge and open to the public. You do not have to have received hospice's services before to participate. Walk-ins are welcome. If you need more info, you can call 541-469-0405.
Yeah, Cascadia Pickleball Zone, located at 16105 Highway 101 South, is presenting an hour of pickleball yoga. This is Mondays at 11 a.m., Wednesdays at 10:15 a.m. On Thursdays, it's hot yoga at 4 p.m. On Fridays, it's 10:15 a.m., and then there's aerial at 11:30 a.m. And Saturday, you can check the schedule. There you go.
Okay. And then KCIW is giving folks a chance to speak their mind on a show called the KCIW Soapbox. Basically, KCIW offers 2 minutes of airtime to anyone who has something to say. There are a few rules, of course. There's no cussing, no slandering, no advertising. But other than that, folks can share what's on their mind. The studio is open every Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m., and people can just drop on in and record.
That's very cool, very cool. Hey, Legends Arcade is presenting Trading Card Game Night every first Wednesday of the month from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. There's Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, and more. You can sling spells, summon monsters, trade, or battle with local players.
And then there's game nights also happening at the Whimsical Griffin. They're located at 615 Chetco Avenue over by the Redwood Theater. They meet Tuesdays and Fridays weekly from 5 to 9 p.m. And you can play Magic the Gathering, Dungeons & Dragons, and a slew of board games.
Yeah, we're running out of time here, but I'll just say if you're... Meals on Wheels is always needing volunteers, so if you can volunteer by the day, the week, bi-weekly, bi-monthly, even if it is just 1 day a week, 1 day a month, whatever works for you, every little bit helps. So if you're interested in helping in this great cause for the community, you can contact Meals on Wheels via the Chetco Activity Center at 541-469-6822. And now we got the flying fickle finger of fate from the producer, so it's time to close out this week's show. Hey, before we go, I'd like to give a shout out to our fearless producers. Hey, Ray and Tom, for all their great work each week, helping us bring our show to the airwaves. And thank you all for tuning in to this week's Insider Report. And please make sure to tune in on a daily basis to KCIW 100.7 FM and listen to all the fine shows they have to offer. You can catch all the show podcasts, including the Insider Report, by going to kciw.org. And there's also a live streaming that's going on now, too, so it's good stuff. Hey, most of the info for this week's show came from the Insider of Southern Oregon Entertainment newspaper, and you can read more by going to the insiderofsouthernoregon.com, where you will also find the link to the Insider Report. Hey, until next week, this is Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell.
We are signing off, so please support local businesses, keep it real, and spread the love and the peace every chance you get. And hey, we'll see you out there.
Bam!
Smooth.
As smooth as a Monday morning can be.
Yeah, smooth as a Monday morning.
For music credits for the preceding show, go to kciw.org/credits.